What's good, everybody? It's your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and most toxic black man on the internet, and I am black up in your face again with some more pro black commentary. It was announced not too long ago that Tia Mowry and her husband of 14 years, Corey Hardrick, would be getting divorced and breaking up. And of course, there was lots of speculation out there as to why they might be getting a divorce. A lot of the knuckleheads on the female side put it on Corey, making it seem like he was either abusive or he cheated on Tia or some nonsense like that. But Tia Mowry got on TV in the public eye and basically explained why they got divorced. And the easiest way to say it is they got divorced because Tia Mowry is an extremely selfish and narcissistic human being. Okay? It's all about her. Now, I always thought that Tia was the smart one because her twin sister Tamara, is probably one of the biggest idiots ever to grace the TV screen. And she's made a complete buffoon of herself over the years with a lot of the nonsense that she used to say about her own family and her own children. Just having complete diarrhea of the mouth and not being able to just have a normal conversation on TV, saying a bunch of nonsense. But with what Tia Mowry has said about her divorce, I feel she has taken the crown as the dumbest and goofiest twin of the Mowry siblings. Okay? In fact, I was completely disappointed and disgusted by what she had to say. And how she categorized her divorce was almost like she was graduating. She said her divorce was, or her marriage was a success, even though she's getting a divorce. And, they made some beautiful children, and now it's time for them to go their separate ways and move on. And you got a lot of dumb women out here co-signing this nonsense. I've seen several social media posts where adult women, black women, white women, whatever color you can think of in the spectrum, praising Tia, clapping for her, and saying like, yeah, that sounds exactly right. She's very mature for how she looks at this divorce. That is not mature at all. Okay? This is the height of childishness. The fact that she said that she knew her marriage was over and was time to consider divorce when she started practicing more self-love. Well, then that's selfish then. That means all you decide to do is start thinking of yourself. She said because women or mothers or wives, once they get into a relationship, they start putting other people first or worrying about everybody else, worrying about their children. Well, that's what a mother is. That's what a mother and a wife is supposed to do within the household. It's not all about you. Do you understand that? That was the whole point of getting married in the first place. You form a union. You form a bond. It's you and your husband together. You become one. It's not about you at that point. And then once you have children, it's definitely not about you. You are there to raise the next generation. You are there to uplift them and create that legacy. It's not about you. And don't come here on my channel, because I know there's probably going to be some women out there itching to type something. They probably agree with the nonsense that came out of Tia's mouth. Okay, I'm only going to be referring mostly to her and her relationship and what I have analyzed from what she had to say. Okay, this is not about you and your divorce. Okay, I don't want to hear any sad sob stories about how you were married to Mr. from The Color Purple. Okay, or Ike Turner, or whatever soap opera you've invented in your head about your relationship with your ex-husband, okay? I'm talking about what was going on with Tia and the complete selfishness that she has and how she has complete lack of understanding as to what a relationship and a family is supposed to be, okay? Because I find this to be a big problem with a lot of women nowadays. You do not have any idea what it means to be in a relationship. You don't even know what a relationship is. That's why a lot of you have so hard of a time even picking and finding a mate. It is not about you. When you talk about a relationship, yes, there's going to be compromise. There's going to be things that maybe you never thought that you would want to do or to deal with. And when I'm talking about that, I'm not talking about getting hit upside the head or being abused. If you're in an abusive relationship, get out. Okay? I'm not talking about that. So I know a lot of you want to bring that up. I'm not talking about abuse, and I'm not even talking about infidelity. You shouldn't be with the Rudy Poot Negro anyway. A lot of you got with that Rudy Poot Negro that's cheating because you liked him. He cheated on his other girlfriend with you in the first place, and that's why you liked him. Okay, so I don't want to hear that nonsense either. So uh, stop with that before you even go down that road or start typing that. I'm talking about having no understanding of what a relationship actually is. Okay, and the fact that that's all you folks think about is sex, infidelity, and abuse. That just shows you have no idea what a relationship is supposed to be. If you think any of that is the norm, a lot of you do, and that's the sad part. What I'm talking about is what I mentioned in that when a man and a woman form that bond in marriage, you are unified as one. You become as one. It even says that in the classic vows, and that's what your pastor or preacher or priest or whoever is supposed to be saying in when he's joining you together. That's why it's supposed to be a holy union. That's why he says, what God has brought together, let no man tear asunder. Okay? That's why that all that exists. It's not about you. And your husband, it's not about just him either. Okay? But more men seem to have an understanding of that than women do. Yeah, I'm saying that. Okay, that's why a lot of men don't want to rush into marriage. You think it's because the man wants to be childish and just play around or whatever. No, a lot of times it's because the man fully realizes the responsibility of what it means to be within a family unit. He realizes, okay, it's not about him anymore. It has to be about taking care of that family. Okay? It has to be about keeping that union together. It's not just about him anymore. All right? A man realizes that. A lot of women don't. They think it's the whole thing that they care about is the wedding and getting all the attention and being able to brag that they got a ring on their finger and a husband somewhere. Okay? It doesn't matter if he shows up in the pictures or not. Just matters that it's all about her. Okay? That's what it's all about for a lot of them, just bragging rights. And the sad thing about this is when I see stories like what Tia Mowry said and did, there are so many women out there that browbeat men or try to trick them or uh, pressure them into getting married, and then they get married, and then you do something like this and then make it seem like it's okay. You just end the marriage and the relationship and break up the family because you feel like it, because you want to concentrate on just being selfish and doing something for yourself. Okay, and what is Tia doing anyway that is so grand and great? What great mission does she have that she had to break up her family to go do this? You know what? Because she wants to act a fool and do these corny ass dances on TikTok and social media. Was that the great calling that she had? Shaking her little bony ass on TikTok? Is that what she needed to do? That's why she had to get away from her husband and bust up her family and mess those kids up. And I'm going to tell you something. For even if the relationship between you and your husband is bad, the fact that you guys break up bothers your children. I know a lot of you don't care about that. You don't care what the kid thinks, but I'm letting you know that bothers your children. As a child of divorce, it bothers your children. Okay? We might not say it out loud. We may not bring it up all the time, but deep down, it bothers us that our mother and our father are not together. But once again, all these women do is think about their damn self. Or just whatever they want to do, some nonsense. They want to break their family up for some nonsense. He wasn't abusing you. He wasn't cheating on you. He wasn't hurting you. But you want to get away from that. You don't want to be free of having a man there. You want to be outside of that, outside of the family structure. So you can go, I don't know what, do Hallmark movies. That's about the height of your career now anyway. So, what are you doing that you didn't want your family anymore? It's supposed to be all about your family once you get married. It's not about whatever little selfish ambitions you have in the first place. Otherwise, why get married? I'm going to tell you, I don't know how Corey Hardrick actually feels about this because he hasn't said much, but it would be bad enough for me if, after all my wife and I had gone through in several years, if we got divorced, and then she gets on TV and talks about the marriage was a success and I'm moving on and I'm being free and graduating from being married. That would piss me off. You know what I'm saying? And I can see how some males go crazy over that, because basically Tia just wasted that man's time. She wasted his most precious commodity before he had children. She took his time away. You can't get those years back. And I'm sure he put a lot of effort into being with her, being married to her, raising their kids, dealing with both their acting careers, living in Hollywood and whatnot, having to deal with all this outside nonsense that happens in Hollywood, and to go through all that, and then for her to say, well, I'm done now. I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go I'm going to go do more TikTok videos or whatever nonsense she wants to do. That's her great calling, apparently. I'd be pissed, okay? She wasted that man's time with her BS. I'm trying not to curse in this video. I'm sorry, but she wasted his time with that nonsense and her selfishness and narcissism. All this nonsense I hear from modern women about this man's a narcissist, this, that, and the third, is projection, obviously, because the narcissism is coming from you folks, from these females. You have no idea what it means to have a family, not even get into the family. You have no idea what it means to be in a relationship. You have no idea what it means to be within a family, and you have no idea what it means to be a wife or a mother. The way I hear some women talk about their children on social media, I feel like there's a lot of women that just hate their children. You don't understand what it is to be a mother. You pushing some children out of your vagina does not make you a mother. I'm saying that, okay? There are animals, insects, spiders, rodents, and everything else that have children and take better care of them than you do. Like, I'm tired of going on social media and seeing women crying, especially black women crying about, I just need a break and my kids are crying and this, that, and the third. Well, first of all, you should have had them within a family structure. That way you could have had a break. You could have had a man there that could have helped you out with the kids. But also, I saw this one woman sitting there crying about, you can hear her two kids crying in the background. Oh, I'm so tired. I just wish I could have a break. They're crying. They're crying because they want your attention. Get your ass off TikTok, put your phone down, and go deal and be with your children. That's why they're crying. They want you. Okay? It's not about just you. If that's what it means to be a mother and to be a parent. Okay? You do make sacrifices and spend time with your children. It's like some of you just want to have the kids and then put them somewhere and the kids are supposed to just be by themselves and do what they supposed to do, and you go do your thing. That's not how it works. Okay? I remember one time I did this video where I was just talking about the things that you do with your family or do with your children. And there are people coming to my channel saying they were surprised. They didn't know you could do that with your kids. I'm like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, is figure out fun things that you do with your family. It's not about you going out and busting your ass open at the club anymore. Okay? Spend some time with your kids. Do something that is family oriented. Go to a parade. Go to the playground. Go to the library. Go to story time. Have story time at home. Have little, I got a girl, so have tea parties at home. I remember several times I got one of my favorite picture galleries and videos. I made a whole tea party for my daughter when she was sick one day. They were supposed to have like a little fun pajama party at school, but she was sick and couldn't go. So I set up a whole party for her at home. I put her stuffed animals around the table. I made some snacks and some little sandwiches, and we had a good time. And I was tired as hell, by the way, when I did that. I had to work the night before. Okay, I didn't get home until 7 o'clock in the morning. I was exhausted, but I still did that for my daughter so she could have a good time, because I knew because she was sick, she was going to miss out on that at school. And she's in the photos smiling, snotty nose and all. And the fact that I have those memories and those pictures in that video, I will love it till the end of time, because that's what it's about. Seeing your child with that smile on their face. I'm so appreciative and happy that I'm able to give my child a good childhood. You see what I'm saying? I'm so happy that I'm here for her and that I can give her that. And my wife is here too to share the feminine side of things, and I'm the father to share the masculine side. I'm so glad that we're both here, that we can give our child that type of experience. And my child, everyone always talks about how happy she is. That's actually her African middle name is all about her being being happy. But people can see that in her face and how she acts. And I'm glad that we're able to here to give that to her. That's what it's about. It's about creating that joy and raising this human being. While she has good parts of both her mother and me, she's her own person. She's a great person to be around. I'm talking about my daughter. And you want to see more of that. You want to see this person grow up and accomplish great things. That's what it's about. And I don't mind pouring my energy and my time into that. It's not about me. It's not just about what I want to do. I'll figure out getting my own stuff done or having my own fun and hobbies after the fact. I don't mind that. But I understood what it meant when I asked my wife to marry me, what that meant, what that union was going to mean. It wasn't just about me anymore and me living in my bachelor pad. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't just about me. I don't mind making those sacrifices for her or for my daughter, because I realized what that union meant. I understood what that commitment meant, and I meant it when I said it at that altar. A lot of you people don't even understand that. And it infuriates me when I see people like Tia Mowry with her little pudgy face and her little lollipop head getting on TV talking about, I've graduated or I've moved on from being married. That's nonsense. And sitting there with a smile on her face while she's saying it, and people clapping in the audience while she's saying it. It was disgusting. And anyone who agrees with that nonsense should be ashamed. I put out the warning on my Facebook saying to black men out there, if your lady is clapping for this, or you see her looking at this video and giving it the thumbs up, you better keep an eye on her, because your ass might be getting ready to go to divorce court. This is nonsense. But you folks let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I know I've been very animated in this video, but I don't like this at all. And once again, like I said, Tia has moved up in the hierarchy of buffoonery coming from her family based on what she said on TV. You guys let me know what you have to say about it in the comments. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back my foot on these devils' back.